Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. My name is Kirk Tousaw. I'm a barrister. I represent a number of dispensaries in this city and somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 dispensaries across Canada. I commend the city for its willingness to take the step of legitimizing and normalizing the storefront sale of medical cannabis. I think it's an important step, it's a necessary step, and it's a long overdue step. I was also counsel in a Supreme Court of Canada case, the first one to address the issue of access to medical cannabis by patients and those who use medical cannabis to improve their quality of life. And that case originated here in Victoria with the arrest of my client Owen Smith for making edible products for the Cannabis Buyers Club of Canada, a dispensary that's been operating in Victoria for more than a decade and is one of the oldest dispensaries in North America. There's a bit of irony to that because the Supreme Court of Canada in June of last year unanimously decided that the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act was unconstitutional to the extent that it banned and prohibited patients from accessing non-dried marijuana forms of medical cannabis. In other words, primarily edible and topical cannabis products. So I'm here to make three discrete points about the proposed bylaws. The first relates to the proposed ban on edible cannabis products. It's a mistake, and it's a mistake that will harm patients in this community, will take away people's quality of life, and will actually have the exact opposite effect that it's intended. Because if you send someone who has no experience making these products home with cannabis oil, for example, and ask them to make their own cookies, you're going to increase the chances of ingesting too much. You're going to increase the chances that people who shouldn't be accessing it are accessing it, and you're going to actually cause the kind of harms that you're seeking to prevent. There are other ways to do it, including packaging requirements that the city can impose jurisdictionally and that would survive a challenge. Secondly, the 200-meter restriction, I think, is a mistake. These dispensaries provide community-based access. If you shut them down because of a declustering situation, you're going to drive patients away from a comfortable environment they use to access medical cannabis. You're going to put their convenience and their quality of life beneath some arbitrary cutoff point that serves no particularly good purpose. Third, and I notice that the yellow light is shining in my eyes, so I'll be very quickly on this point. If people have proper air filtration systems, there's no reason to ban on-site consumption. There are many reasons to allow on-site consumption for members of dispensaries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.